I spoke recently at the Board of Ed and the Town Council meetings regarding the mask mandate and the emotional, mental, and physical harm that it has on our children. Other parents also sat here and voiced their concerns about the damages these mandates are causing. We fully understand that we are under the governor's order until September 30th, and while we were hopeful both boards would hear our concerns and stand with us, I was not surprised by any of your responses. On one guy, I can't take on the state. The mandate handcuffs you and you don't have an option. These were responses from our Board of Ed members. Imagine if every time we faced opposition, we thought these things. Imagine if we taught our children this when they were up against a fight. Well, you're just one person, so nothing you can do. Just give up. I'm just one mother, and yet here I sit again asking you to stand with us and advocate for our children. We were also told to take our argument to the state level, to the representatives, legislators, and the governor. It's naive to think that we haven't done so already. I've personally done hours of research, made numerous phone calls, and have written the appropriate emails. So, of course, I would also come to voice my concerns to my own local Board of Education and Town Council. In 1 week's time, the decision very well could be left up to the local level to decide on the mask mandates. That's why I'm here. We've gone through society over the last year and a half with measures in place that we now find out were ineffective. That's another response we heard at the last meeting. They were correct on that. As we get further into the research around COVID, we learn that certain procedures are not effective in prevention. Experts who reviewed evidence from the Spanish flu of 1918 have concluded that masks failed to control infection, that the masks were worn until filthy, and used in ways that offered little to no protection, exactly the same way they're worn in 2021. To fully understand the danger of improper wear and handling of face masks, all you have to do is observe how the public is managing them. The CDC website states, do not wear your mask under your nose or mouth. Do not wear on your chin or dangling from one ear. Do not touch your face mask without cleaning your hands before and after. The WHO states that people can infect themselves if they use contaminated hands to adjust a mask or repeatedly take it on or off. At your last meeting, those who chose to wear masks were continually touching and adjusting them, while others wore them completely under their nose. Most members also removed their masks, letting them dangle off their ear every time they talked, either into the microphone or to each other, negating any protection. Were you removing your mask because it's hard to hear or understand what you were saying? Did you remove them because it's uncomfortable and hard to breathe? Or is it because you aren't wearing it properly to begin with and it's just a facade? No different than a Band-Aid for a child not bleeding. It just simply makes them feel better. Do you not think that if adults cannot even follow proper donning and doffing procedures and keep their hands off their mask for a few short hours at a meeting, that children are somehow wearing theirs properly for 8 hours at school and on the bus? Even if the masks were effective in the prevention and spread of COVID, the general public is not even wearing them correctly. Is it going to take us 100 years to realize as a society that the masks are as ineffective now at stopping the spread as they were in 1918? As mentioned before, there are numerous studies and research on the ill effects of masking children for extended periods of time. Since the last town council meeting, have any of you taken the time to do your own personal research into the safety of prolonged masking? Town council members commented last meeting how people do have the right to choose. I want to allow people to make their own choice on the matter. Parents do need to take control and responsibility over their household and over their children. Even though these comments were made in regards to a different topic, they are nonetheless true when it comes to masking as well. We do need to take control, and remember, we in fact do have the right to choose. Masking is a personal decision, and it's one that should be made on an individual basis by parents for their own child, not a blanket mandate by governing officials. The definition of liberty is the power of choice. Most people would agree that this is the way a society should function: liberty and justice for all, words we just stood and recited. Our government is telling us they know better than we do. They make the best choice for my child. Has Governor Lamont ever met your son or daughter? Does he sit with them after school and ask about their day? Is he in the doctor's office deciding medical care for them? Yet we are to believe that he is taking our child's personal well-being into consideration more so than their own mother or father. It is clear that the fight for our freedom to choose not to mask our children will be ours alone. As a board, you will not come together and advocate with us. With that being said, I'm at least asking you to have at least enough conviction to say that parents make the best decision for their children, not the government, not elected officials, nor our Board of Education. So if and when the decision to continue to mask our children does land in your lap, you make the right choice, one made not based on fear, but based on courage to allow the parents to choose. Another quote from last meeting: for masks, there's a simple solution, and one that doesn't mean tossing out our individual civil rights. And it goes like this: those who choose to wear a mask can do so, and those who do not are not mandated against their free will.
Thank you.